Structural work is a hands-on modality, similar to massage therapy being a hands-on modality. And that's really where the similarities end. So in structural work, I still use my hands and I'm still addressing your body, but it's not rhythmic and flowing like a massage. In fact, it's more targeted at certain areas. So I take the information that I get from the measurements, from the postural analysis, and I go into the body like a treasure map. And I sort of start where the misalignment seems like it started, and then start unwinding the compensation patterns that you have. And I use my hands to do that. And I use my hands with a bunch of tools. So, for example, myofascial release and trigger point myotherapy, and a bunch of other terms that may or may not matter by name. But the analogy is like a toolbox. You have a screwdriver and you have a hammer and you have a tape measure, and they're all really useful tools, but you don't always need a hammer when you need a screwdriver. So it's up to me to decide as a professional which tool I'm going to use to help your body get back into optimal alignment. When you come in for structural balancing, the first thing that we do is a verbal history on what has happened to your body that brought you to this point today. Then a useful tool that I need is to take an alignment measurement of your body so that I know where the pain is originating from in your body, so I know where to work to be more efficient. So even if you have symptoms in your low back or in your neck, 80% of the pain in your body is referred from somewhere else. So there's only a 20% chance that if I work on the area that you come in with symptoms and a complaint about, there's only a 20% chance that if I work on it, we're going to get rid of any of the pain. So I really need to measure the body and see where the pain is originating from. So first we do proper standing, an alignment of standing, and an optimal blueprint with or without the blocks. Once you're standing in front of me, then I'll measure 3 important areas in the body. The front of the pelvis, there's 2 bones called ASIS, to the bottom notch of the rib cage. And that shows me what's happening in the core as you're standing. Is one side shorter than the other? Is one side more forward of the other? Is there a twist? Then I have you turn around and I measure the back. And I'll measure the bottom edge of your scapula to see where the shelf is that holds up your neck, to see where it is, if it's level. We measure that to see. If you have neck pain and your shoulder blades aren't level, I can work on your neck until the cows come home, the pain's not gonna go away. You need to level out the shelf. Then I'll just scan down the spine to see if I notice anything immediate in a curve or tighter muscles on one side of the spine or the other that could be shortening the core on one side or twisting the core from one direction to the other. Then I'll hold my hands stationary on your sacrum, which is the lowest bone in your spine. It's a triangular shaped bone at the back of your pelvis. I'll hold my hands stationary there, and then you bend forward to touch your toes or as far as you can go comfortably. And when you come back up, my thumbs should be level. If they're not level, then there's another issue going on in the pelvic area that we need to address. And that's always where we start. The pelvis has to be straight, and then the rest of the frame can sort of settle in like dominoes.